My name is Stephen Otter and I head Private Markets Royalties at Partners Group. So what is a royalty? Okay, 3 things to remember as a royalty investor. Number 1, we're an asset owner. So we own something like intellectual property rights, so copyrights, patents, license agreements. We also own land title, we also own subsurface rights. The second thing though is that we don't operate or commercialize the asset, a third party does, and therefore we're not funding the OPEX or CAPEX. And number 3, as and when the underlying asset generates revenue, we're getting paid a percentage of revenue. But let me give you an example in the healthcare space. We will own royalties on healthcare products such that when the pharmaceutical company manufactures, distributes and sells the underlying healthcare product, we are getting paid a percentage of the revenue from that product being sold. And that royalty lasts for the duration of the IP, which is typically 15 years from FDA approval. And we are getting uncorrelated high-yielding cash flow from products which are typically bought irrespective of what is happening in market cycles. So we're very excited about royalties because we see it as a huge opportunity set. We estimate royalties to be a $2 trillion asset class and growing. That covers established royalty sectors like healthcare, music, energy transition, but new royalty asset classes such as sports, brands, media, and others. In terms of why we like royalties, well, number 1, they're asset-backed. Number 2, they're typically in sectors which are counter-cyclical and resilient. Number 3, they're heavily cash-yielding. And number 4, they are an inflation hedge. And last but not least, they are not reliant on exits to generate the target returns. Sure. So we've been executing our cross-sector strategy for nearly 5 years now. And what we've seen over that time period is that our royalty strategy has shown a negative correlation to most other traditional asset classes, both public and private markets investments. And so we see our royalty strategy as being a portfolio diversifier and stabilizer with a focus on long-term capital preservation and growth. So it's important to understand that in royalties, we are not exposed to the cost of an asset. And so we do not suffer from cost inflation. And so if there is cost inflation, our returns and margins are not squeezed, but actually we would benefit from inflation because we'd expect the price of the underlying asset to be increased. And we're getting a percentage of that revenue. In terms of upsides, we have 2 upsides. Number 1, the asset we're buying increases in revenue versus the forecast. And number 2, we could turn around and look to exit the royalty at a higher rate of return.